Hi, boys and girls. Today you're going to be doing lesson 9-5, which is dividing unit fractions by non-zero whole numbers. So in other words, you're going to take a fraction and divide it by a whole number. Well, the past 2 days, you've taken a whole number and divided by a fraction. So I'm going to put a couple examples up here just to go through with you. So I'm going to start with this first one. So you've got this unit fraction. And why is it a unit fraction? Because its numerator is 1. Okay. So you've got 1/8 divided by 9. And guess what? It's kind of like what we've been doing the past 2 days. We're going to keep rolling with that keep, change, flip, okay? Because just like you can't really divide a whole number by a fraction, you can't really divide a fraction by a whole number. Instead, you're going to use the inverse of division, which is multiplication. So you're going to keep the 1/8. You're going to change the sign to multiplication from division, and you're going to give the reciprocal or flip this whole number 9 and give its reciprocal. So let's go through this. So you've got 1/8. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to change division to multiplication. And we know technically from the past 2 days that 9 is the same as 9/1. So I'm going to give its reciprocal by flipping it, and 9/1 is going to become 1/9. Bring down this 1/9. And then I'm going to just multiply across my numerators. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 9 is 72. So my answer is 1/72 or 1/72. Let's try another one. Okay, so again, I'm going to follow the same format. Let's try a half divided by 3. Okay, so again, we're going to practice keep, change, flip. I'm going to keep that 1/2 and bring it down. I'm going to change division to its inverse operation, which is multiplication. And we know this is really 3/1. So a lot of times I like to start out just putting it right over 1, because 3/1 we know is the same as 3, but I want to flip it to its inverse. So the inverse, or the opposite of 3/1, is 1/3. Then I'm going to multiply my numerators, or my top numbers in my fraction. So 1 times 1 is 1, over 2 times 3 is 6. My final answer here is 1/6. And again, if I'm multiplying a fraction by a fraction, my answer should be getting smaller because I'm taking a little piece, a third, of another little piece that you already have, which is a half. So I don't even have 1 whole when I have a half. But now I'm taking from that 1/2 a third of it off. So my answer should be getting smaller. And we know that the bigger the number in the denominator, the smaller the piece. And a 1/6 is smaller than a half and a third. Let's look at another one. Let's try 1/4 divided by 2. Okay, so again, I'm going to roll with this keep, change, flip. I'm going to keep my 1/4, my unit fraction 1/4. I'm going to change my division to multiplication. And this is technically 2/1, because 2/1 is the same as 2, but I'm going to flip it to its inverse. Okay, so instead of having 2/1, I'm going to make it 1/2. Then I'm just going to multiply my numerators in these unit fractions, which is always 1 in a unit fraction. 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 2 is 8. My final answer is 1/8. And last one I'm going to do with you is 1/5 cut up or shared, let's say, amongst 6 people. You could have 1/5 of a pan of brownies and you're splitting it amongst 6 kids. So I'm going to keep this 1/5, change my division sign to its inverse, which is multiplication, and I'm going to make the inverse of this 6, or its reciprocal. Okay, I'm going to flip this 6 to its reciprocal, which is, so technically it's 6/1, and I'm going to flip it to its reciprocal, which is 1/6. So keeping the 1/5, changing the sign to multiplication, and I'm flipping this 6/1 to 1/6, which is its inverse or its reciprocal of 6/1. Multiply my numerators. 1 times 1 is 1. 5 times 6 is 30. My final answer here is 1/30. Okay, I hope this helps. And good luck with using this with your problems. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.